Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Latifa, and today I'm going to show you how I used ChatGPT to help plan my dinner. I don't know about you, but I can't really cook. I can bake, but that's because there are clear instructions for you to follow, and I can follow them. Cooking, on the other hand, comes a bit more natural to people, and I'm not one of those people. So I'm going to walk you through the prompt I put into ChatGPT and the output that I followed to make my meal. So I entered give me a recipe with the following ingredients for chicken legs, rice, tomatoes, onions, mixed vegetables into the chat box, and all the ingredients were listed and with their measurements. I followed the instructions in the order in which they were provided. So preheated my oven to 375 degrees. I usually keep all my baking ware in my oven when I'm not using it. So for the sake of the instructions and me needing my oven, I removed it. So like I said, preheated my oven to 375 degrees. I'd already seasoned and cooked the chicken legs for 5 minutes on one side, so just had to flip them. And yes, the oil splashes did hurt. I added my bell peppers and frozen vegetables to cook for a few minutes. This is where I thought I knew better and added more than a cup of rice than I was supposed to. And of course, that meant I had to add more chicken broth to account for the excess rice. I started to realize that I may have messed up somewhere because my chicken legs weren't comfortably sitting in this skillet. The pan wouldn't even close, but the food wasn't spilling over, so I was good. I placed this skillet in the oven for 25 minutes. It says 24, but I did wait an extra minute after the timer went off to make it at least 25 minutes. So after the 25 minutes, clearly this rice was nowhere near to being fully cooked, but just to confirm, I tried a little and it was hard. I left it in the oven for an additional 40 minutes and it still wasn't fully cooked, so I got impatient and just put the skillet back on the stovetop and cooked it there for about 10 minutes. And as a safety measure, I added foil to help cook the rice and the chicken faster. Despite this taking well over an hour to cook, it tasted pretty good. I cooked this meal a couple of nights ago, so I've had some time to think about what went right and what I could have done differently for a better outcome. Here's what I think went right. I loved how simple and clear the instruction list and the ingredients were to follow. I liked how there were actual units of measurement included in the instructions. For example, stir the rice for 2 to 3 minutes, mix the vegetables for 3 to 4 minutes. I liked those statements instead of the general stir until cooked because, like I mentioned earlier, I don't really cook that often, and as someone who wants to learn how to cook more consistently, it helps to know how long I should be cooking. So I really appreciated those details that ChatGPT provided. So I think that's the only thing that actually went right. The fact that the instructions were very clear to follow and the ingredient list was very detailed. Here's what I think I could have done differently. Actually use the given measurements in the ingredient list. As you saw earlier, I added more rice and chicken broth than what was stated I should follow. And of course, my food didn't cook in 25 minutes as it said. That's the first thing. Since I knew I was going to be cooking a larger amount of rice, I should have adjusted the prompt that I had in ChatGPT. I had added the 3 cups of rice and chicken broth. I would have been able to get a more accurate instruction list to follow instead of me trying to wing it and of course the outcome turning as it did. Third thing is cooking in a larger skillet, which I'm not really sure falls under what I could have done differently because it's not something I necessarily knew until I was in the process of doing. But then I guess since I realized that the skillet I was using was quite small, I should have changed it into a larger one. So actually, no. Yeah, that is definitely something I could have done differently. So that's a valid reason. Overall, I don't think this was a fail though. I wouldn't call it a huge success, but I was able to cook something that was edible. So that was a plus. ChatGPT was able to help me, plan and cook my meal. So I think next time I'm just gonna follow instructions a little bit more clear and also adjust, right, if there are any changes I make on my side. I hope you found value in watching the mistakes I made and hopefully you don't make them as well. Please let me know in the comments if you decide to try this out and if you have any recommendations. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.